We are building a generation of renters instead of owners.
Private sector is losing jobs.
Virtually all of the job losses have come from small business, which has been negative in 6 of 7 months.
And I'm worried about something worse than a recession.
You the fire. We are absolutely in a recession. I don't care what they say. You ain't getting a job. Everything's bad. The stock market's up, so you can't really say it's a recession when the stock market's up, even though the stock market has nothing to do with your economy. Even one of my super good friends, master's degree in his 40s, attractive male, speaks multiple languages, gonna pass the bar exam. The guy has been looking for a job for a year. There is nada. I am talking about making 35 to 40 grand a year working on a golf course because he's a golfer. You name it, there is nothing out there. And if you currently have a job, hold on to dear life. Don't let go. Look at this. They're thinking, we're going to put on about 40,000 jobs. Sorry, Big Mike. We came in, maybe 50,000 jobs. No, wrong way. Negative 32,000. And wait till they revise that down. Even this guy posted on X, breaking, the U.S. is in a recession. ADP, private employment falls. And then someone's like, SPY, all-time high, recession? Impossible. Everyone starts arguing down here. Do you understand what a recession is? When we have 3% GDP growth? Right? Strong consumer spending, buy now, pay later. That's not a recession. 3%? You do know you can easily cook the GDP. Right now, 1/4 of Americans with doctorates, masters, bachelors, 1/4. No trabajo. There is nothing. What are the politicians saying on CNBC about this? Bad jobs report caused by shutdowns, deportations. That's why it's so bad. It has nothing to do with tariffs. Soon you will pay no income tax. Also, I'd like to apologize for yesterday. Boy, my ADHD just went nuts. I was telling you guys about the free money machine, the yen carry, not like AI. And I went into AI and lost my brain, and I got to explain this again. And this is a really big deal, and it has to also do with liquidity. That's what the whole market is. If there's no liquidity, everything dies. Just had ample liquidity, it's gone. Well, along with your jobs also. I will get to that in just a moment as November private payrolls fell by 32,000. This is what's tough. Small business, that's you and I. These are job cuts. So it's you and I, it's the small businesses, Intel. I will get to Intel in just a second too. What I would like to show you based on this graph here, see the gray lines? Those are recessions. Now we're going to talk just a little bit about LEI. Do you see, even if you knew nothing, follow the red line. Okay, let's see the dip there, but that's a recession. That's a dip there, that's a recession. Dip there, recession, double recession. We got one there, we got one there, we got one there. We got a little one there. What you think? I mean, look at this. Look. See that? Recession. What about this? You're down here, Bob. How about this one? I'll give you one more on the ratio. Gray. Here. Every time. Okay. That. Oh, no, we're okay. We're all right. Well, we haven't yet. No, I think we're beating 08 over there. Let me pull out my long, hard rod. What color would you like me to make it? Of course you do. Hey, look, Mom. But what you need to understand, little baby Bravo, is the stock market is up. And can I just tell you, when I flip on Fox News, okay, explain it to me like a third grader. Are we in a recession? No. Okay, then explain to me the stock market and what people should do. Okay.
This idea, but Jackie and I have gone back and forth on this, so I want you to weigh in. I like that we are more invested in the stock market. We just talked about the benefits of compound interest. We've talked about building generational wealth, being able to give my daughter, here was an Apple equity, stock, bond, or whatever that I bought for you. Here it is 18 years later, whatever that.
Brittany or whatever, the big money show, we give our kid, let's say, okay, I am going to be hypothetical for you right now. She and her husband are like, okay, so we have $1 million. We're going to buy $1 million in the latest, greatest tech company. Let's go Intel. Again, I'm going full circle on just the news we get. And when people are like, okay, now we can call it a recession, or your testosterone at 250 is normal. I mean, 250 to 350, you're within the guidelines of being a small child, age 3. I sit back as a financial guy and I'm like ripping my eyes out. Like you're authentically stupid. Now, I'm not saying Brittany's stupid. Dr. So-and-so that's like, you know what? I looked at your diet. That's a lot of fat. You're gonna get fat. So up your sugar. That'll solve everything. When we just looked at your numbers, you have high cholesterol. So you're gonna take this pill, which is gonna make everything go like that. Now you're severely obese. Like that's what this like financial stuff.
Oh, well, this is what's happening.
Why don't we just take her argument? Let's head over to the NASDAQ. Good job. You guys are up. You're up today. Type in Intel. I've actually had it on my watch list. Look at it, up 25%, rising, all these little price movements. I would like to do, because it is a round number, let's go to 2,000 in that zone there. Put $1 million. We're going to buy that Intel stock bond thing. Now, like everyone, when it's really exciting, they usually buy closer to the top. So mom and dad picked it up for $74.89, $1 million worth. And she's zero. And then she said 18 years. You won't like the numbers at 18. We're even going to go 25. Your daughter is now 25. She goes to college. She gets her master's degree. She starts working, earning $100,000 a year. She knows in her head, hey, mom and dad, they invested for me, because that's what you're supposed to do. And it's been in there for 25 years. And imagine how much money she will have, because they bought it like 25 years ago. With compound interest, that $1 million must be 10 million or 100 million. Well, here is the problem. The current price isn't, 74, 75 bucks when they bought it. It's 43. Like a year ago, or 2 years ago, it was like half that. Right now, she is down 41.39%. I'm just going to say 40%. Give her the benefit of the doubt. That 1 million is now, with compound interest, is now worth 600,000. And if you wanted to add that inflation thing onto that, it's worth like zero. I mean, imagine what were houses selling for in 2000. What are they selling for now? Just for an example, I think it was 88, 89, 90, 91, right around 1992. I bought a brand new home in California, 3-bedroom, 3-car garage for $199. 200,000. That house probably costs $1 million now. So let's just say prices have kind of gone up on just about everything. Now the daughter's like, wait, I thought I'd have like 100 million. I don't even have $1 million, Mom. You said you were even on TV. It's now only worth 600,000. Forget it. I'm selling. Takes the stock and she sells it. And then Mr. Taxman says, oh, by the way, because you have a job, you made 100,000, you're in the 37% tax this year because of the 600,000, and you live in California is 14%. So we got to take 51% from your 600,000. Now the million turns into $298,000. This is terrible math. For you guys that are like, well, if it's capital gains, just help me here. My point is, no one knows anything. On this channel, I'm trying to help you. I need you to think different. And it's not what the doctor tells you. It's not what CNBC tells you, CNN, Fox. They don't know what they're talking about. This is the biggest demon of them all. As I just showed you in figure A, you work, you are taxed. You save, you are taxed. You buy anything. Like, we're not even calculating all of this that's going into the last number. You sell anything, you're taxed. You own property tax. You eat tax, die tax, live tax, drive tax, everything. And when I tell you buy assets like this, see this, the shiny stuff, and you take loans against it, no one knows what the F I'm talking about, because this is what the rich pass down to their children. This is how the rich they defer taxes. There's a lot of other ways that very smart accountants know. And if you pay them caboodles of money, they'll help you defer it legally. And no one knows this. Also, when I say I buy assets, property, okay? And I have, I'm just going random here. Some California property, not a good idea. I have some Texas property, whatever, Florida. I have $5 million in property, okay? And I have $5 million in stocks, in crypto, in gold and silver. And then I say to Chase Bank or whatever bank you want, I would like to take a loan. I want a $10 million loan. And they'll charge me 1% over SOFR. So SOFR is really important to the rich. When right now the SOFR that's breaking right now, just to let you know, along with everything else and liquidity. But back to the story. I say I want $10 million. They'll give me $10 million at if we're at zero, if SOFR's at 0, 1%. How much do I have to pay on that 10 million? Taxes. Do I have to pay 50%, 60%? No, 0. What do you think the rich dude is going to do with $10 million? Buy more assets. Then I'm going to depreciate it. Thank you, big, beautiful bill. I'll take 100% off of my normal income. Wow. That's getting into the details. I did not want to do, but I'm trying to teach you. Hit subscribe. I will give you everything in my brain, and then you will wrestle with it because you have been poisoned all your life. First, they throw you into a school system, also known as a jail cell, and then you pay for more jail cells once you reach 18. They tell you what to do, right? Go get a job, go into debt, pay off your house, all of these things, okay? Don't have any debt, credit card debt, and you're just a cog in the wheel and you're lost and you don't know why. You got to make $200,000 just to survive. Make sure you buy, $1 million and in 25 years, you're going to be a quadrillionaire. Currently, as we speak, look at these articles. You never thought. Most of Dollar Tree's new customers are making more than $100,000 a year. Well, 100,000 ain't what it used to be. And every day I try to help you. I say hey, this 38-year-old nurse quit her job. A nurse quit her job. Probably because she wasn't surviving with a doctorate to run a laundromat. Brings in $475,000 a year. Now you are surviving. Yes, you're welcome. Start a business. Move, trade, equities. That is the only way to survive. I just got sent a video of this. Heads up, Disney. You're gonna spend $1,000 a day on food alone for a family. I watched this dad open this up and his head fell off. And Americans are unhappy with the economy. It's no mystery why. Tell us. Relentless inflation overwhelms, but everything's good. What are you talking about? Stock market's up. We're not in a recession. Bo keeps talking about a SOFR and why it's in. Do you want me? I'll kind of go into a little bit of detail, which I missed yesterday. Did I also ask? I haven't sold a single thing today. Look at that. The crowd goes wild. Good job, JB. You got this. You can do it. Japan, 10 years. Look at this. It's almost at 2%. Because that was one of those money hacks known as a free money machine. I could borrow yen. I take out $1 million yen loan, whatever, 10 million, 100 million. We're stimulating the economy. That's very important. We're currently in a debt-based system. So if I take out a loan, money is created. I take out $1 million loan, money is created, economy good. Understanding this is very, very important. I say, I want $1 million yen. All right, cool. I take that $1 million. I then convert it. I buy T-bills that's paying me 4% or maybe 6%. And I walk away. I do nothing. And I just created, what's 6%? I'm going to go with, if I have 10 million, $600,000 a year. I don't have to do anything, but they're losing control of this and it's going up. They can't do anything about it, which moves us over into frame number 2, panic. And interest chart, they have to pay interest on their debt as it goes up. See, it was cool when it was at 0, but now it's at 2%. And they're like, okay, we kind of can't pay it, 3%. We kind of can't 4%. All right, we're bankrupt. System is gone. And then slide number 3, we have payback, yen loans, sell stocks, sell everything. Portfolio turns red. There is no liquidity. You used to have ample. Now you don't. Now we have QT and QE. We've now flipped it. The game is changing. We're in a recession. No, we're not. The jobs are gone. The banks are locking up. You see, let's go back. There's no liquidity. Banks then don't lend to one another. They're like, don't trust one another. And the Fed's like, okay, we'll do this. And SOFR goes above the Fed. And they're like, it's breaking. And you're breaking at the same time. And we have had things that predict this. The yield curve. Well, it hasn't done anything yet. Where's the word yet? Yet for my Russian friends. No, it's a yes. I'm going to go after you pass this. What do you got? 4 months? Liquidity dries up, but you're like, I haven't seen CNBC report it. I mean, I have been noticing like PMI manufacturing, we have been in contraction, recession for a while. Bravo, what do I do? Well, I should probably jump on a plane. Okay, you're welcome. Head over to, where do you want me to go? Disney World? Let's just check on those prices and see if I can get Stephen Van Meter to give us some ideas about TLT. This is a time when the machine starts changing. And please, for the love of baby Jesus, can I at least break even? Also, for everyone that is short on TLT, you're at a record high. It's called a short squeeze. There is nothing more I would like to see is you to get squeezed out of this one and for me to break even. Because I was an investor rather than a trader. Oh, and by the way, your S&P 500 still, you broke that gigantic, that's the NASDAQ. Sorry, not S&P 500. Gigantic rising wedge. You come up, you retest, you fall. Unless you're like, nope, false breakout. But again, I come here every day to help you because you got to fix this. How? You got to make 108. You're 18 years old, you move out of the house, you 3 times rent. That's the rule. Rent, three grand a month. Okay, let's say it's $2,000 a month, whatever. All right, so now you're at 80 grand. We're just taking, you need to make right now $108,000 a year. I have given you 2 solutions. 1, you can have AI trade it for you. I'm not selling anything. 2, you can manually do it. I always you got to learn manual first. Saw in the comments section, you're like, you have so many things. What do I do? Guys, you start here. My $1 million course, and you learn how to click buttons. I show you time and time again. This is my student, and he messaged me. He goes, there's nothing. Nothing. It's like, okay, I lied to you. I found something. $320 a day. But first, you got to learn how to do it. So link in the description I waited to the end. That was nice. And with that, $299. With that, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.